You make me feel so spring has sprung. You make me feel so young.
Let's go on a springy adventure. Hello and welcome to Capricious Conversations. Thank you for joining us today. It is again that time where we bring you some crazy stuff that you might know, but probably not, because this stuff is weird, y'all. We like the weird around here. Adventures, you're gonna encounter weird stuff, and I think it's not really an adventure if it's not a little weird. That may be just me, but that's what I think.
There you go. Sorry.
So today we are exploring weird stuff about spring, which is very strange. Like, have you ever seen Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring?
No.
It was a ballet that literally caused riots.
Why?
It was pretty pagan, and there was some questionable material in it.
Oh,
That's
there
you
mostly
go.
why. But anyways, spring causes people to do some crazy stuff.
True.
So we're going to check some of that out today. So, springtime, we all know springtime is the time when little babies are being born. Animals have their babies in spring. Sometimes people, generally.
I've seen a lot of pregnant women lately. I work in a grocery store, and I was like, I think it was like yesterday, I was like, dang, like everybody's pregnant right now.
Don't drink the water.
Oh, gosh.
But anyway, that's not how babies are. But there has actually been a study done that says spring may be the worst time for human babies to be born.
Why?
Because the study has shown that the babies that are born in spring are more likely to be schizophrenic, depressed, bipolar, and anorexic.
No. Really?
I don't know why that is. I'm kind of wondering, I'm like, is it just that they were born in spring, or, I'm sure there are a lot of issues here, but apparently statistically babies that are born in spring develop more issues than those who are not.
Wow.
It's because they have spring fever, which is a real thing too.
Is it indeed?
Yeah, apparently it has spring fever. Scientists are saying that cause physical effects and mental effects on humans because and cause stuff like unrestlessness and daydreaming. And I don't know about you guys, but during spring, like your mind, I feel like it's just open.
I definitely know that, like, my students,
Yeah.
during spring, it's like trying to herd cats sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, and I always thought that it was just they were looking forward to a break. Because
Yeah.
there's spring break, and then shortly after spring break, there's the beginning of summer. So I always thought that they were just mentally checked out. But are you saying that it could be due to something else?
Well, scientists are saying because of like this, I mean probably because we're going through such a long winter and then having so much sunlight being exposed to our skin after being like, our skin. No, because how much sunlight is being exposed to our skin that it could cause some hormonal issues with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Wow.
interesting.
So that might like tie into the first bizarre fact. So.
It could,
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe it's like they've been in the womb so long, and then all of a sudden there's all this sunlight, and they just go a little bit crazy.
True.
It
Wow.
could be.
And there's also a study that says in the Rocky Mountain region, spring starts earlier, about 3 weeks, than it has in the 1970s.
Really?
So, I don't know why that is, or what
I'm
that
just
has
gonna
to do
say
with
too,
it,
like
but-
the groundhog this year said we were supposed to have 6 more weeks of winter, and it has been incredibly beautiful out
No
here in
winter.
Colorado. Like,
Colorado skipped winter. We were like,
however,
we're not
I'm just
have
gonna
it.
say, just when you get feeling comfortable, Colorado tends to, jump up and be like, surprise, a
Yeah.
blizzard in May.
Especially, yeah.
Yay!
It's happened, people. It has happened. We always say April showers bring May blizzards in Colorado because you just never know. I mean, Colorado just really enjoys being very unpredictable. I always thought, just as an aside, that it would be like the best job to be a weatherman in Colorado because you don't have to be right. You can be wrong all the time and you
That's
still
funny.
have a job. It's amazing.
True.
It's amazing. In Poland, however, the seasons are a little bit more firm, I feel like, in Poland. And they actually have a festival in the spring to say goodbye to winter, which is like, yeah, bye winter. No, it is not that kind of festival. It is called Marzana. or Majana. But it is a festival where they get like a whole bunch of straw and things together and they make an effigy of Majana. And then Majana apparently represents winter and death. And so to say goodbye to Majana, they don't just say goodbye, they light her on fire. And they burn her and parade her down the street, and then just as a final farewell, because we've had such a good time so far, they drown her in the river.
So is it like a girl like made out of straw?
Yeah, it's an effigy of Majana.
Effigy. I
It's kind of like a pinata, like a really, really sad and disappointing pinata. No candy in this one.
Spring makes people crazy.
They do, like, right? They do crazy stuff. So they burn her, then they drown her. It's like an ancient ritual. And back in pagan times, they thought that it would ward off like the sicknesses that had been in winter and things like that. So they were killing the sickness that had come in winter. They still celebrate it. It's usually celebrated on the 4th Sunday of Lent. So, most of the time the school kids construct Majana. And then they burn her.
Wow, that's a trip.
And then, once you throw her into the river and she's drowned, then you have to turn your back and walk away and you don't look back. Because we're not looking back at a Majana.
Turn into salt pillar.
You don't want to take that risk.
Well, you're probably more likely to get snow on Easter than on Christmas.
Which is sad.
There you go. Due to surveys or some statistics, it says that snow sleet falls on an average of 3.9 days in December compared to 4.2 days in March. However, sometimes Easter can be in April.
Right, which it is this year.
So if it's in April, then you're more likely to have snow on Christmas. So don't worry.
I do not know. Can you ever remember a time having snow on Easter?
I can't remember very much.
I remember it being like cool, but I don't ever remember having snow on Easter.
Maybe like snow that hadn't melted all the way, like maybe a little bit of it, but not like it's snowing.
Yeah. But this Christmas we didn't get snow, did we?
But like I said, this Christmas we didn't have snow on Christmas, but we had snow like a couple days before. So there was snow on the ground for Christmas. Which is acceptable, but not the year before last.
We had a white
It snowed
Christmas.
on Christmas Eve. Like it started snowing just as the Christmas Eve service was done, which was like, it was incredibly beautiful. Like the Christmas tree and the candlelight, and then it was snowing outside. Picture perfect, amazingly beautiful.
Yeah.
But we also, like I said earlier, do get snowstorms sometimes as late as May because Colorado's weird like that.
Yeah.
So you never know. But I feel like maybe, I don't know what part of the world this is more geared towards, you know?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because, like, some places, I know, like, you know, in Iowa, it's pretty snowy all winter. It might still be snowing, but it's pretty snowy around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So let us know, have you ever experienced snow on Easter? I don't remember it in my life, but maybe you do. So hit us up in the comments or on social media. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and thank you for sharing this video with all your friends. Let's go on an adventure.